Let's start with context. Today is December 31st, 2025. Today is the last day of the first quarter century of the 21st century. Tomorrow will be January 1st, 2026, and officially we will be closer to 2050 than we are to 2000. You know, for me, I'm 33 years old. I remember 2000. Most of you watching this video probably remember it as well. The world has changed so much in 25 years. Can you imagine what it'll be like in 2050? I'll be 58 in 2050. Still middle-aged, but older. How old will you be? Imagine 2050. Imagine a child born today or tomorrow who's going to turn 25 in 2050. What is their world going to look like? There's huge possibility there for a young adult in the year 2050. But this isn't science fiction. This is reality. And so the possibilities that we deal with are the possibilities that are rooted in reality. What kind of world do you want to see in 2050? What do you want America to look like in 2050? Obviously, we want America to be the preeminent, dominant power on the earth. But I'll come back to that in a moment. Let's take a step back and just look at the scope of history in 25-year segments. This is 2025. 25 years ago, it was 2000. The media landscape was completely different in 2000 compared to today. You're watching this probably on a device that is indistinguishable from magic. I don't know how the internet works. Do you know how cell phones work? How any of this stuff works? Does anyone know? 2000, we didn't have that. We had different media. You go back 25 more years, 1975. Totally different time frame. My parents were young adults in 1975. Going back further, 1950. It's just after World War II. A completely different world. Technologically, socially, culturally. What are we doing? It's almost impossible to imagine. If you were in 1950, looking ahead to 2000, people made predictions, but who knows? They didn't know what they were talking about. People were talking about flying cars. We don't have flying cars, but we have magic phones. So let's take a step back and let's look at the systems that we live within. Technology, culture, media, capitalism, technofeudalism. It's not late-stage capitalism anymore. It's capitalism within the umbrella of technofeudalism. These oligarchs, these tech billionaires, soon to be trillionaires, some of them probably, that are feudal, where we rent everything from them. And then there's capitalism within that, of course. Our climate, our geography. I'm here in Seattle. This is my home. I've lived here for 33 years, and I've seen so much change. Already, I've seen the climate change. If you're my age or older, you have too. Wherever you live, you know it's different. It's not about whatever the science says. It's about what your lived experience is. You know it's different. The climate deniers, that's just such a dumb conspiracy. Like, there are so many other better conspiracies, like, the whole Epstein file thing. Like, come on. That's like take the win, guys. Take the win. So imagine each of those in the year 2050. And I'm going to come back to this later, but we have the power to influence that, shape it together what we want that to be in 2050. So let's put ourselves collectively as Americans today in our place, existentially, historically. This is the 250th year of our American empire. And that's what it is. It is an empire. It is a democratic republic. It is a constitutional republic. It's representative democracy. It is also an empire. And today we are a global empire, economic, if anything else. Ever since World War II, we've been the dominant power on the globe. Like Rome of old, we are an empire. And just like Rome of old, our greatest threats are from ourselves, because no one can match us, not really. When the Romans took over the Mediterranean, I'm talking like 150 BC. Okay, they've defeated the Carthaginians. They've won the 3 Punic Wars. They've conquered Greece. They've made it all the way to Palestine. They've conquered the entire Mediterranean. They've conquered Egypt. There's no one left. It's either vassal states or direct control. And what happened after that? What happened after that was a series of civil wars. They turned on each other because they could no longer fight external foes. This is something similar to, like, after the fall of the Soviet Union, we lacked a common enemy that we could face externally. And what did we do? We started turning on each other. I don't know. Is there a parallel there? I don't know. Perhaps. Another parallel with Rome. Following its domination of the Mediterranean, its republic started falling in a series of populist demagogues, very charismatic people, starting with the Gracchi brothers. That's Gracchi, if you want to look them up. After them came Sulla and Marius, the charismatic generals. And only after them came Caesar and Augustus and Mark Antony and all that. As you know, the fall of the Republic and the beginning of empire. I don't think we're actually there yet. We're if anything, we're in the beginning stages of that. We're at like the Gracchi brothers level of that. But perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps because there's so many more people and technology moves so much more quickly now, perhaps we're closer. I don't know. But that brings me to the present. And this isn't about the present, but I have to say something about the present because obviously this is the reality that we live in. And the present informs whatever the future will hold for us, right? And I have 2 things to say about Donald Trump. Number 1, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you, Donald Trump. Fuck that guy. He is terrible. I'm not even going to go into all the things because that's not what this video is about. But within that, I also have a respect for what he's accomplished and what he's done, which is he's actually changing things in a way not seen since FDR. Changing our government in a way that FDR did, in a way that Lincoln did, in a way that Theodore Roosevelt did, in a way that Washington did, Jefferson, Jackson, the most impactful presidents. He is up there because of the speed and the aggression that he's pursued his goals, many of which I do not agree with. Some of them I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's fine. Like the bureaucracy, like fuck the bureaucracy, right? I don't think what he's replacing it with is good, but good riddance, I suppose. I want to build a better one, build a new one, right? That should be our task, is what are we going to build after this, right? And this brings me to the political system. Our political system is trending toward concentration of power. An oligarchy, yes. Donald Trump is just the latest iteration of this. The latest iteration. And I wrote a whole book on this. That's not what this video is about. That's the book right there. My polemic for democracy. I imagine a multi-party system. I imagine a changed government, a truly representative government that actually functions the way that our founders intended for it to function. A true representative democracy, a constitutional republic. Our Constitution is broken, but that's Check out my other videos. That's what that's for. Let's come back to what America could look like in 2050. What do we want it to be? What does a great America actually look like? A truly great America. Obviously, we want to be the most powerful country. Yes. But what does that mean? It means that we are using the full potential of our entire population. The ingenuity, the tenacity, the industriousness, the creativity of our people, of all of our people. Okay? All of our people. How do you unlock that potential? You have to take care of each other. We have to share the prosperity of our nation. We've never been as wealthy as this, ever, in the history of the world. No one has been as wealthy as us. Yet we do not share this prosperity. And because of that, we cannot reach our full potential. That is how we get there, okay? If we're going to compete against China, they've got over 1 billion people. We've got to use the full potential of our country. We're what, 350 million right now? 350 million? Maybe we'll be at 400 pretty soon. We got to use each other. We got to support each other. The second thing, by 2050, the climate is going to be different. It's already different. You know this. I already talked about this. You know this. It's different. And so what are we going to do? We're going to lead the world. That's what we're going to do. We're going to lead the world in adapting to and mitigating climate change. That means dominating the next generation of electricity, of energy, of technology. This isn't about AI. I actually don't like AI. I think it's a net social negative, but that's for another video. Regardless, we're going to need more electricity. We need more power. We have to do this. Because in the grand scope of human history, that is how we're going to be remembered. That's how America is going to be remembered, okay? We changed the world. We dominated the world. And in this changed climate that is going to last centuries, millennia after we're all dead. But that is going to last. And we don't want to be remembered negatively for that, okay? We want to be remembered positively that, oh, we saw the problem, we fixed it. We unlocked the full potential of our people, and we fixed the problem. And this is the other thing, is we have the power to do things. If anything that Donald Trump has shown us is that the government can act and can be very effective at doing things once it decides to do them. The question is, we have to decide to do it. This scarcity mindset of, oh, we don't have the money to do it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do have the money. We have the power. We have the potential. We have it all. We just have to choose to use it. We always have money for more war. We always have money for more tax breaks for the billionaires. Let's give the money to the people. Let's use the money to do things that are difficult and worthwhile. These ideas of scarcity, this is just foisted on us by the corporate media, the billionaire class, the oligarchs that control this shit. No. We can choose to do these things, and we can choose to be better, and we can choose to be powerful and successful and great. I'm going to end this with referencing Megalopolis, which is a movie by Francis Ford Coppola that came out last year, 2024. And it was a giant disaster. It was a flop of a movie. I loved it. It's a disaster. But the ambition of it, that's what I respected. And I think that's what we need more of. We need great ambition to do great things for everyone, for all of us together. And that's what Megalopolis was about. And I think that's what I want to see in the next quarter century, is great ambition, great ideas, great purpose, and match it with the tenacity and the drive and the industriousness that I know that we have. I'm going to publish this tomorrow, January 1st, 2026. That will be the 250th year of America. It's our birthday. So happy birthday, America. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope you have a prosperous year. Hope you have a happy year. Hope you have a industrious year. I'm going to sign off now. Goodbye 2025. Hello 2026. Keep an eye to the future. And as always, for the Republic.